Hello, Internetians. My name is Josh, a ultraplayer, and I am your coach of the West Virginia Miniors. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the United Battle League. This is going to be our Season 3, Week 3 battle. Wow, words are hard. As we are taking on SareneGrace today and her Chicago Shaymin Sky, be sure to go check her out in the description below. And let us get into it. As you can see, the 6 mons on the screen that I've decided to bring, as well as the 6 mons that she has decided to bring. She brings Victini, Sandslash, Kyurem, Ditto, Fortress, and Sylveon, which is really nice. Unfortunately, I am having to see that Victini, which I'm not too thrilled of, but some of the mons not having to see is really, really nice. But if you want to know what mons I'm bringing, why I'm bringing them, what items, EVs, moves that they are all bringing, what my game plan is going into this, and what I was overall expecting to happen, please be sure to check out the team builder that I put up yesterday, as I go very in-depth in my team building process overall and how I came across these sticks. But as a quick recap, I have a agility, recover, mono normal Porygon Z with Z, autotomized, bulky offensive, Celesteela with mono air slash, Thunderous is Choice Scarf with foul play, Florges is Calm Mind Defog, Mesprit is Rocky Helmet with Healing Wish and Psychic and Rocks, and then Lycanroc is going to be Choice Band today. So that's what we're rocking out with, and let's just get into this battle because it is a long one. I will be speeding it up, but just know that this is a very long battle. So, wait, can you hear that audio? I can. Can you hear the audio? It's not showing that you can hear the audio. That's fine. But anyway, we're going to lead off with our Mesprit because I want to get up rocks as soon as possible, as it does really good for wearing down the Victini and the Kyurem and generally everything. And if he wants to lead with his Fortress, well, that's perfectly fine. You're going to see that she actually goes for the Toxic and misses, and I go for rocks again as she Toxic again. That's because we actually disconnected a few turns in, and originally we did not miss that Toxic, so that's to fix that. But I believe everything else from here on out was perfectly fine. So here I'm going to switch out. I don't have any of my notes pulled up, so maybe I should have my notes pulled up. But I'm going to switch out here into my Celesteela because it is overall like a very good stop to this thing. And I can potentially get some damage off on it, as she is going to hard switch out into Lucy, which is going to be her Sylveon, which I'm perfectly okay with because she doesn't know that I don't immediately like want to deal with this thing, but I do have a very good chance of dealing with this thing with no problem. So she's going to switch out, fearing a Heavy Slam. Even though I don't do much damage to this, she is going to switch out, but she doesn't know that I don't have Heavy Slam. So I'm going to go for Lead Seed here, as the little exchange between me, the Celesteela, and the Sandslash did have to be altered just a little bit because in the original battle, like I got a turn 1 Air Slash flinch, but I'm going to click Leech Seed as she goes into the Sandslash, and getting into this thing is really, really nice because it allows me to spam Thunderbolt with my Thunderous, so we're going to try and get some damage off. And unlike the original battle, I just missed the Air Slash, but I basically tell her it's okay because as long as we get the Sandslash low, I'm okay with having a little bit of damage off on my Celesteela. But anyway, we're going to go a little. We're actually going to speed this up because this is going to be a long battle. We're going to speed this up a little bit. So we're just going to go some back and forth. Yeah, she goes for Rapid Spin again just so to mitigate the damage that originally happened, because she missed Stone Edge and I flinched her with Air Slash and all kinds of stuff. She didn't get much damage off on me, but the goal was to kill off the Sandslash, and she learns that I'm a special attack boosting, which she didn't originally because it died to Leech Seed, but that's fine. It doesn't matter that she knows I'm special attack boosting, but she's just going to go out to her Victini on my Celesteela, which is a good play, and I'm going to go out to my Mesprit to scout the damage, find out that it is Choice Scarf, to take the V-Create, get the Rocky Helmet damage off, and then I'm going to double into my Lycanroc because I can take the V-Create rather well, and she reveals that she's not Choice Scarf, she's actually Trick Room, and this is going really fast. Wow, let's bring this down. We'll move this back up later. Okay, so that was really fast. So I go out to my Mesprit on the V-Create to scout if it's Scarf or Banned, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be Choice in some fashion, or it's going to be a Berry, and the damage reveals to me that it is not, in fact, Choice Banded. So I know that it's easy to go into my Lycanroc and take any hit. And going into my Lycanroc, she goes for Trick Room, which is, you know, not like it was normally a good play, but she didn't predict me to be Sucker Punch. She actually was Charity Berry, which would have meant she would have taken the Accelerock and knocked out my Lycanroc, but because I clicked Sucker Punch instead, for this very reason, I'm actually able to get the drop on her, knock her out because I am Choice Banded, and then we can get rid of the biggest threat to my team really, really quick. So she's going to go out into her Fortress, which I'm perfectly okay with, and I'm going to go out into my Celesteela. I would love to go out into my Mesprit right here, but unfortunately, because Trick Room is still up, I don't outspeed the Fortress right now, so she would be able to stop me from getting, or she'd probably be able to prevent my rocks. So she's going to Voltage out this turn as and go out to her Ditto as I believe I click Air Slash here. She's going to learn my set. Which I'm perfectly okay with because she does not beat this Celesteela 1v1 with a Ditto. And I can just Leech Seed and just heal up versus this thing, so that's perfectly fine and good. So she's going to double back out knowing my set now and go into her Sylveon, which she now knows can handle me. And we're going to have, this is going to be a very long video, and you're going to see why very soon. So here I believe I go for the Leech Seed as she brings in her Kyurem, which is not good. But luckily I am specially attack invested, so because of that, my Air Slash will break a sub from the Kyurem, which is what I'm most afraid of, is a sub boost Kyurem. So I'm going to get some Leech Seed recovery, which does not matter because I'm already at full, and then I'm going to go for Air Slash to make sure that subs do not stay up on my side of the field as... Oh no, I go for Autonomize! Wow, so I can outspeed it. So I can outspeed it, and then I will always be ahead of the game when it comes to her subs. But I go for Air Slash here and I get a crit. Being faster than the Kyurem is really good, so I don't get as pressure stalled by as I would if I was slower. But I get a crit on the Fortress, which is nice, wearing that thing down. And the Kyurem comes out now. So here I believe I go for the Leech Seed to get residual recovery. And she's going to go for Ice Beam here, and Ice Beam is going to freeze me, which is very, very not good, because this Celesteela basically 1v1s her entire team. So, unfortunately, here I have to go into my Mesprit, because I need the Celesteela. The Celesteela is unbelievably important. So, I try to thaw out a little bit, as she's going to go for another Ice Beam, and, like, this can't happen. Like, I can't have this happening, so... because of that, eventually here I will be going into my Mesprit. I kind of like stopped taking notes after a while. So she's going to switch out into her Fortress, as I believe this is the turn that I went for Mesprit. No, it's still not. Wow, look at me. I guess I just kept trying to thaw out. I mean, to be fair, I would, in theory, be able to eventually thaw. Or, yeah, I would eventually be able to thaw, and it wouldn't matter too much if... she kept Ice Beaming because I would stay rather healthy. But here, I would love to click Rocks, but I know that something faster than my Mesprit's going to come out, and I would not be able to Rocks and Healing Wish. So, as much as Rocks would be nice, I need to Healing Wish my Celesteela so that I don't have a frozen Celesteela anymore. Which is very unfortunate that I had to do that. But I'm going to go out into my Celesteela here and get this thing unfrozen, heal back up, all nice and good, and go start going for some Air Slashes. Now this is really bad because unfortunately now this Kyurem is faster than me, and its pressure is going to be able to start doing its work here. But I know that unless the thing is Earth Power, which I don't think it is, I think it'd be Sub-Toxic Roost, otherwise it doesn't beat my Florges 1v1. I know that I can go to my Lycan Rock, I can take any one hit, and two Ocello Rocks where one will break the sub, and the second one will either do a lot of damage or knock it out, depending on what he goes for. So I'm going to go for Ocello Rock. Like I said, him. I'll go for Ocello Rock to break the sub. She's going to go for Ice Beam, which I know that I live, and I do live, and I get frozen again, which is really, really bad, because this Lycan Rock destroys her, right? So that's bad. Unfortunately, I'm going to keep trying to thaw, because I'm like, there's no way I'm going to sit here and stay frozen. There's no way this is my actual life. But unfortunately, guys, this is actually my life. I do make some misplays here, letting her get a sub and then letting her get a roost. But at this point, I was just like, I just need to stack off my Lycan Rock. Like, I just need to get this thing out of here. Like, I don't want to switch this thing anything in and just let that get frozen too. But here she's going to go for the Ice Beam to knock me out. And now I'm in a really annoying spot because I've had to sack my Mesprit to heal up my Celesteela. And then I had to sack my Lycan Rock to the freeze. So here I'm going to go into my Florges. If for any reason she is Earth Power, I will beat this 1v1. But unfortunately, she is toxic like I thought she would be. Which is not good, but I will be able to go for the Moonblast to break the sub, and that's really, really nice. So now I'm just like, hopefully I can force her out, and she sits there and just does not sit here and try to stall out my Moonblast, which she's going to do. She's definitely going to switch out, which is really, really nice. and she's going to go out into the fortress, and I'm going to fire off the Moonblast, and unfortunately, I don't believe this, this is a 2k, that's right, because this is a physically defensive fortress, and I am a offensively invested somewhat Florgus, so that's really, really nice. But I'm going to be able to go for Moonblast again and knock out this fortress, so all she has left is the Kyurem, the Sylveon, and the Ditto, which this is still winnable for me very easily, just because of one of my Celesteela and two, my Porygon. So my Porygon is going to be able to almost always get one kill. It just depends on what I decide to kill, which I'm hoping is going to be the Kyurem. Like, I want it to be the Kyurem. So she's going to go for Wish here. And I believe I go for the Leech Seed, because it's the most important thing to get off on this Kyurem. If I can get a Leech Seed off, I can not have to worry. Oh, no, I go for a Totemize. That's right. I don't have the notes on this. I stopped taking notes. I go for a Totemize so I can be faster than this thing, and then, of course, be ready for it. So I click Air Slash first instead of Leech Seed for some reason. I don't remember why, but I think it was a misclick. Yeah, it was a misclick. I even wrote misclick down. But I go for Air Slash, and then the next time I go for Lucia, she goes into Sylveon, and I already know how this is going, so I'm going to go ahead and make the play into my Porygon Z here, I believe. Because, yeah, I go into Porygon Z here because I want to kill something. Like, I need something to be dead right now. So she's going to go for Wish, and I'm going to go for Agility, so I'm faster than the Kyurem. And I'm not worried if she copies me with Ditto, because my Celesteela beats this thing. Like, my Celesteela beats my Porygon 2, or Porygon Z. So I go for the Agility so I can be faster. And if she goes for Hyper Voice, she goes for Hyper Voice. I have Leech Seed up, so I'll be able to get some of that recovery back. And then here, I believe it's time to click the move. I'm going to click Z Hyper Beam, and I'm basically just going to pick up a kill here. So that's really all in good. But I'm going to click Breakneck Blitz, and I'm going to knock out the Sylveon, and I'm realizing at this point that I should probably keep my Porygon Z around, based on what comes out and everything. Because I know that Ditto's going to come out. If she goes out into the Kyurem, I'll click Hyper Beam and just knock it out, because I don't need that thing in my life. But she's going to go out into the Ditto to see my set, and realize that, oh wait, I don't do anything to this Porygon Z. And I'm going to bring out my Celesteela, as she goes for Tri-Attack, and guess what? I thought I was going to see Freeze again. Para is fine. It's not the best, but it doesn't mean that after Automatic I don't outspeed this Kyurem, which is really, really not good. So here I have to go for Leech Seed. I have to get this Leech Seed off. If I get this Leech Seed off, I'll be fine with this Kyurem. If not, then I'm in a bad position, but I do get the seed off, which is very, very nice. Very, very, very nice. And here I believe I switch out into my Florgus, as she is going to switch out into the Ditto and copy my Celesteela, which is not the best. So I am now going to pull a switch of my own into the Thundurus, because my Thundurus is still around and it can pressure the Celesteela. And I know that Thunderbolt is so obvious that you know, he can just go into she can just go into Kyurem on this. So because of that, and because of how oof I feel right now, just because of all the hacks, I know that I click Focus Blast. Like, I'm not risking it, right? I am not risking Thunderbolt giving her a sub, and I missed the Focus Blast. That's 2 Focus Blasts would have knocked this thing out always, or which would have been nice. And I believe Focus Blast might have actually just straight up knocked that out anyway before the Leech Seed and Leftovers recovery. Yeah, that would have knocked it out. That one, Focus Blast would have knocked it out. But we land the second one, and it does cost me my Thundurus, and the Kyurem is low, which is really, really not good. But, you know, it's going to be okay. Because I know even if this thing roofs right now, my Moonblast from this Florgus will be able to knock it out. And then Ditto, Choice Scarf Ditto will not be able to stall me out. So that's really, really nice. We're going to go for Moonblast, and we're going to knock out this Kyurem, the bane of my existence. Except I have one more banes to my existence, and you're going to see that in the form of this Ditto. So she goes out to Ditto, and I'm like, this is fine. There's no way you can stall me out. All I had to do was stall you out of your whatever move you lock yourself into, and I'll be fine. And I see Calm Mind as the first move she clicks, and I said, no, this isn't Choice Scarf Ditto. Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. So I'm looking at my team, and I'm like, okay, if I can stall out all but one Moonblast, I'll be fine. And I immediately get out of there. I immediately know this is not a Choice Scarf Ditto. Seeing Calm Mind just tells me that, so I know I had to get a Elite Seed off on this thing, right? And so at this point, I already realized what has to happen. And now you're starting to realize why this might be a very long video. So the recording of this game was 27:53. It's a very long game because you can already get that I have to PP stall this Ditto to win. So I get the Elite Seed off, and now all I have to do is get rid of 4 Moonblasts, which shouldn't be that hard. I mean, Moonblast in general is not going to be doing too much to me, except that I have an offensively invested Florges in front of me because I am offensively invested in my Florges, and because he's not toxic, she's not toxic or anything, she can easily just, you know, she can easily just Calm Mind up and Synthesis up because I'm Air Slash and not Heavy Slam. And she can just Synthesis up and Calm Mind all the way to +5. And +5 Moonblast is actually doing, you're actually going to do a chunk to my Celesteela, which you're going to see here soon. So, she's going to finish Calm Minding. And, Air Slash is going to come off and it's going to do nothing. And, wait till you see this Moonblast. So she fires off her first of 5 Moonblasts, and oh my god. I know I love another one because of the Late Seed and Leftovers, but like, oh my god, that did so much damage. So here I go for Protect, and I'm going to see the Synthesis, so she knows that she has to save her Moonblast, and I'm just going to speed the rest of this up because no one wants to see this. So it's just literally going to be a war with the Celesteela. Like, I have to, like, I get rid of the second Moonblast there, as I go for Air Slash, and I'm like, oh, whoop-de-doo. And here I go for the Protect, and she fires off her third Moonblast, so I'm like, okay. I got it. I got 3 of the Moonblasts out of the way. She has to use another one to kill me, and then she'll only have 1 more. So I finally get it. I go to my Florges, and with the Synthesis, with the Leftovers, and with the Elite Seed, I'm going to be able to just, like, not die to poison. I've already counted what move she's gone for. She wasted all of her Calm Mind. She only had 1 Moonblast left. She used the Synthesis. So these last moves are just going to be me, me synthesizing and occasionally firing off something else and just overall PP stalling her. I really do. There's no other way because I only had special attackers left, and I would have a physical attacker in my Lightning Rock, but it got frozen. So this is very oof, and this would have never happened if I just had rocks up, but I couldn't because I had to stack my Mesprit up to hero my frozen Celesteela. So very much not good stuff happening here on this battle, but we are going to PP stall this Ditto. Yeah, yeet. We are going to sit here and PP stall this Ditto out of everything, and then wait for it to struggle to death. And, oh god, what did my sister send me? So I sack off my Florges here, and I go for Recover, knowing that it's going to struggle itself down low. And here I just say, let's just fire off a Hyper Beam, and it actually kills, and we win the game. So, yeah, that's UBL week number 3. I clicked Hyper Beam because I knew that it would just struggle to death, and I would take struggles. So I clicked Hyper Beam just for the lulz. But it actually worked, so I actually got the kill for Porygon Z. But that's week 3. That's week 3 of the UBL. Yay! Definitely not my most favorite match of all time, but definitely probably the longest at 67 turns. So that is that. I hope you guys enjoyed, and please be sure to join me next week as we take on Vepsis and his Helsinki Hydreigons. Until then, peace!